Perfect. Hi, guys. So thank you for getting on Labor Day. Pretty awesome that we get some faces on here. Last week we went over the very basics on knowing your right leg and your left leg and carryover volume and all that good stuff. I know we got a whole bunch of questions about how, the whole carryover volume situation, where after 5,000 cycles you lose that. Don't fret. I mean, we all go through it. It's, part of the business. Another reason to build for volume on your weak leg. So just keep that in the back of your mind. If you're a newer coach, you're nowhere near 5,000 cycles anyway. So, you've got some time. This week, we are going to be focusing on those who contribute to your volume. Who are they? How to help them? So on and so forth. So again, just a reminder, if you have questions, just write them down, and that's what our question and answer is for on Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central Time. Make sure you get on that. If you can't get on that, post your questions in the group after that call, after you listen to it, because we might answer it on that call. So it's Labor Day, and we're like 8 minutes into this call already. So we're not going to hold you long. It's very simple on how to know who contributes to your volume. We are one of the lucky companies where all levels down contribute to your volume. It's not just a certain amount of levels, which is pretty amazing. One of the main things that obviously, and I think it's going to be, a flag for all of you, that contributes to volume is Success Club. When I have a new coach sign on during our Getting Started Right call, I talk to them about if you're in this to work the business, Success Club's a non-negotiable. 100%, not only is it helping their business, but it's helping them see success quickly, because all they have to do is help 3 people a month. On top of that, helping your coaches hit Success Club, obviously that's going to help your volume sales, okay? Even if it's selling to a challenge pack to a coach, even though that coach keeps that PV, that still rolls up to you, okay? So it doesn't matter. As long as you're helping your coaches with their goals, everything else will roll up, which is pretty amazing. And this is one of the reasons why you probably see, like in Revelation Fitness, and I'm sure Marsha does in her team page as well, we run groups to help the entire team. It's not just me running my business. It's not just my diamonds running their business. It's not just my emeralds running their business. If I have a new coach that comes on and she signs a coach right away that wants to work the business, I don't just leave her to figure it out. I take her under my wing with my new coach and I train them together. It's a team effort. Everybody in the downline will do it with their teams. You just have to get out of the mindset of, you and just you're personally sponsored, and get to helping everyone with their goals. So it goes level deep is what I'm trying to say. You reach out, you give information, anything that's working for you. You don't just give it to your personally sponsored coaches, you give it to your team, okay? Because you want them to have success as well. Don't hold it back, okay? Don't just give it to your team, so maybe they'll give it to their team. Any idea that I have, I'll share on my team call, and I'll say, this is what I'm doing. If you want to join me, please, the more the merrier. I make it their choice, so you can also do something like that. I don't tell my coaches that they have to do it, but I open it up for the entire team, unless it's something very specific to my personally sponsored. So,
can I interject here, Kaylee?
Yeah, go ahead.
You mind? All right. So some of you might be brand new emeralds listening to this call thinking, gosh, I don't have any working coaches, so I'm basically screwed. Well, that's not the case. So you're going to be adding to your team. You're going to have coaches who work the business as long as you're consistent and you work your business, right? So I was a diamond coach and I had no working coaches on my team. My working coaches hadn't started working the business yet. So what I would do then is just make sure that I'm talking about the product catalog. So if you don't have any working coaches, what you can do is share, but basically offer people the complete solution. If you think they might be looking for another piece of equipment. So 21 Day Fix Extreme requires resistance bands. So anybody that I help with the 21 Day Fix Extreme, I'm asking them, do you have a resistance band? If they don't, I give them the link from Coaching Codes for the resistance band so that they can use it, for their program. Or actually today I just had a phone call with someone who is starting Body Beast. So she just ordered it. She's like, what equipment do I need? So she needs a chin-up bar. She's going to use a resistance ball. The barbell, like all this stuff that she doesn't have, she can get it through her Beachbody website. And she's a discount coach. So she's going to get 25% discount on all of this stuff. So I'm helping her save money by maybe getting it somewhere else, but letting her know that it's there for her. She had no idea that she can get all this stuff, the chin-up bar, on her Beachbody website. So it's just letting people know, so that's going to add volume. It's not as much as if they were a working coach and adding coaches and then their coaches add coaches, but it's something to add, to I guess, up that volume. The other thing, the performance line, I talk about that. But what was I going to say? Bummer. Oh, I know. Okay. So I don't just stop at my personally sponsored either. As you grow your team, your coaches add coaches. I post in my larger team page. And if you're an Emerald, you have 2 working coaches or 2 discount coaches, start your small personally sponsored coach page, even if they're discounts. You never know. They might, want to work the business down the line. You might not have a whole lot to talk about and post about, but find something. But don't stop at your personally sponsored. This month I'm doing like an Emerald drive for my entire downline. So the first 10 coaches who hit Emerald rank, I'm going to give them a little, prize of personal development and some other gift baskets, whatever. So I was going to initially do it for my personally sponsored, but then I'm like, you know what? The more competition, the better. I want to help everybody on my team. I want to help my coaches who are pushing for diamond, achieve that rank. So if what I do can help, those coaches get some emeralds out of the deal, that helps me too. So I look layers deep who is working the business and try to help them as well hit Success Club. So I know if they're going to hit Emerald rank, they're already at Success Club 4. They need one more person to hit Success Club 6. So.
Yeah. Success Club's a big one. Your entire business is centered around it, I believe. Yeah. If you're not hitting it, you're not growing. If you're not hitting it, you're not, seeing an income increase. It's just completely centered around Success Club being the trip, you're signing coaches, you're signing new customers. It's just all in all, first thing on your list every month should be Success Club 5, at least. So, obviously looking at your coaches, who is hitting Success Club, because those coaches are contributing majorly to your volume. Who is hitting Success Club consecutively? And again, if you're an Emerald coach, this will happen for you. You just have to yourself keep hitting Success Club, keep adding to your team, and it will come. If you're built on discount coaches, make sure you rocket your challenge groups with these coaches so that they have a phenomenal experience and want to become a working coach. Numerous ways around all that. Always inviting to a sneak peek, even your discounts. Whenever I do a sneak peek, I will go through all my discount coaches and say, hey, I'm running a sneak peek. Would you like to know more information? Would you like to be a part of it? Because you never know. They might say, hey, yeah, I think I'm ready for that, which then they will become a contributing factor. So there was something else I was going to say that you touched base on that now I don't remember. But yes, the levels deep for any types of groups, any types of, things that you're running, doesn't matter. Have an eye out. Doing like top 10 or weekly shout outs for your team really helps you depict who is really working and contributing to not only your volume, but growing their business. So those are the type of people that, you might be able to reach out to and say, hey, is there anything I can do for you? Any trainings that you would like, so on and so forth, because these are the people, these are your leaders. These are the ones who are growing right alongside of you. So it's important to not only recognize them, really recognize getting the right training. So yeah, there's not really much to know about who's contributing to your volume. Like I said, we are lucky that it's levels deep, and it's your coaches, your coaches' coaches, your coaches' coaches' coaches, and so on and so forth. They all contribute to your team volume. And as you grow, it will grow. As your teams grow, they will grow. Okay? Marsha, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, there's a report that you can run in your online office. I'm trying to figure out how to get there. That can show you who, like, your coach's income. Do you know what I'm talking about? The ones that are earning the most, or it's like your top 3 contributors to your team. I'm playing around trying to find where to find that.
You can always post it in the group, but yeah. Once you have a team, you pretty much know who they are. But if you are not 100% sure at this point, you can definitely do that. You know, track everything too. Whether you're a pen and paper person or computer person, like Excel, track it.
Yeah, you know what, like every month too, I track for my coaches who the top recruiter is, and I do shout outs for that. And like I said, this may or may not apply to you depending on where you're at in your business, but I celebrate as much as I can about my team. So the top recruiter, the top PV earners, and that's what my top 10 shout outs are. So I go through my, downline 5 layers deep, whoever, the top 10 volume earners, I do that. Success Club, of course, is an obvious one. I'm still trying to find that report. My computer is really bogged down, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that report. But you're going to know who if they're building a team, and that's how if they're recruiting, they're building a team. When they're not hitting Success Club and they're not recruiting, their chances of dropping rank are really good because they're not adding to their business. They're not adding coaches. When those discounts decide that they don't want to use Shakeology anymore, that coach is going to drop rank. So that's why, like encouraging people to recruit, even if it's a discount coach, is a really good idea, for your working coaches.
Yep.
So I don't know. My computer is not cooperating with me to find that report. If I find, I'll play around with it and I'll find it and I'll post in our group how to do what I was talking about.
It's probably easier anyway.
Yeah.
Rather than, explaining it. But yeah, so there's not much to who contributes to your volume. Just know that your entire team does, and that includes your downline. That even includes people who are not on your direct team. So I'll use me as an example. The leg that I was placed on underneath Melanie, I see, some of Deidre's coaches on my strong leg that she adds. So those people contribute to my volume on my strong leg. There's a whole bunch of people who signed on before me as a coach on that same leg, and anybody that they add after I signed on will go on that same leg. So all those people as well contribute to my strong leg volume. And that'll only be on one leg. The other leg you will completely build yourself. But I don't know if that's the same for you, Marsha, but I have people who signed on before me, like Marlena. She just told me the other day, she's like, I see everybody that you sign on. So, I signed on after her, and we're on the same leg. So anybody I see, so she signs, and anybody I sign, she sees. And we contribute to each other's volume in that sense as well. So depending if you're on an outside leg and you have a strong leg that you have, coaches that you have no idea who they are, that's what we talked about last week, those people still contribute to your volume, which is a big thing. It's why your strong leg gets so strong and your weak leg is what you're building.
Okay, I just found what I was talking about too. If you guys want to write this down. All right, from your Coach Online Office, the home screen page, the main one, right above My Alerts, it says Volume Details, and it's an orange bar. If you click that, it'll take you back to your volume report, and then you can click on the column that says Total PV, Total Point Volume. So go ahead and click on one of them, And that's going to show you all of the coaches who contributed to your volume for that pay week. So that's something that you can look at. And then their volume total.
Fun times. There's so many tips and tricks in the back office that one day you'll just wake up and be like, oh my gosh, I never knew this was here.
Yeah, I know. That was one of them too. I just found this out like maybe 4 months ago. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then don't even get started on the previous office view.
Oh, I know. That's a whole nother world.
I know. So that's pretty much it. I mean, we're not going to do questions because that's for Wednesday. But if you have them, write them down. Hop on the call on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. If you can't make that call, make sure you listen to the recording before you ask your questions in the group because most likely it will be answered. Okay? We're really starting to get into the meat of things, so I think it's gonna start to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Be a lot more fun. This stuff is kind of like, I already knew that type stuff. But
Okay.
Go enjoy the rest of your Monday.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
Wednesday.